Hey, what's up, y'all, man? This is your boy, y'all's chosen one. We're in a great book of Genesis. We're in a very important chapter, chapter 25, in the great book of Genesis. We're going to read this and, and let the Most High guide us in this read. And may you gain wisdom and understanding. Feel free to comment at the bottom, when you get a chance, let me know what your take on it is. If you think I'm saying things wrong or if you think I got it right. So I would be more than happy to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is Genesis chapter 25. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. All right, so some time passed by. Abraham took another wife. Her name was Keturah. She was a Hamite. She was a Canaanite. She was an African. And she bare him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. And Jokshan begat Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Dedan were Asherim, Letsushim, Lumim. And the sons of Midian, Ephah and Epher, and Hanok, and Abida, and Eldah. All these were the children of Keturah. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac, though. So even though these were his kids, he took care of them. But Abraham gave everything to Isaac, But these kids were well taken care of, but Isaac got everything. He was the heir to Abraham. But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived eastward unto the east country. So, when they grew up, he gave money. People grew up a little fast back then, you know what I'm saying? You got little girls getting married at 10 and 11 years old. So people grew up a little bit fast back in, the biblical days back then. Gave them some gifts, sent them away. They was well taken care of, and, that was that. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life, which he lived, 100, 60, and 15 years, so 175 years. Then Abraham gave up the ghost and died in a good old age, an old man and full of years, and was gathered to his people. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the son of Zoar the Hittite, which is before Mamre. The field which Abraham purchased of the sons of Heth, there was Abraham buried, and Sarah his wife. And it came to pass after the death of Abraham that the Almighty blessed his son Isaac. And Isaac dwelt by the well Lahairoi. Him and what's that guy's name? Anyway, they had a quarrel about it sometimes, and Abraham made an oath to this guy. I think it was Abimelech. Now, these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar, the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham. So this is a little bit about Ishmael. And remember that this is not the promised guy, but he was promised to, be well-rounded, and gifted. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael, by the names according to their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth, and Kedar, Adbeel, and Mizpam, and Mishma, and Duma, and Massa, Hadar, and Tema, Jetar, Naphish, and Kedemah. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their towns and by their castles, 12 princes according to their nations. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years, 137 years, and he gave the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people, and they dwelt from Havilah unto Shur, that is, before Egypt, as thou goest toward Assyria. And he died in the presence of all his brethren. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to be wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Paddan Aram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. Okay. All right. And Isaac entreated Yah for his wife, because she was barren. And Yah was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yah. So during this child's birth, she's having twins, obviously. And these kids are fighting within her womb. They're fighting within her womb. You know, sometimes a kid turns and, everything. I've never been pregnant, I don't know, but from what pregnant women say, kids is, tossing and turning. But these twins were fighting each other within her womb. And Yah said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right. So whoever is the oldest one going to come out usually is in control, but not in this case. It's going to be the younger is going to be in control. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Now red, like a hairy garment. What I'm seeing here is that the baby didn't come out of damn Sasquatch, you know what I'm saying? It didn't have hair all over him. This baby had no melanin. And what they were seeing, this red garment, was the blood showing through this child's face and body. It was like a garment was on him. All his whole body was covered with this redness, this blood. You can see through this child's skin. And that's what came out of Rebekah. So now we see, what do you think? Most Israelites say this is the beginnings of the Caucasian. How can Abraham, who is black, and Rebekah, who is black, have a baby that is white? Well, we have information this day and age, man. If you go on Google up Benjamin and Angela Ahebaro. They're Nigerian, or they're Africans. And they had a baby that was white. There have been other instances of it, but the most popular ones, this baby wasn't albino though. This baby came out white, and it wasn't albino. Because most albinos have like red looking eyes, but this baby came out white. It wasn't albino. You know what I'm saying? This baby came out white. White features. Most time you can see somebody albino, they still had Negroid features, but this baby had no Negroid features, man. This baby straight came out white. No albinoism to him. It just came out white. Blonde hair. Eyes were clear. Don't tell me nothing is impossible with Yah. Nothing's impossible. Somebody say, "Oh, that's spooky, man. That's spooky. That's Smith." Yeah. You really think so, huh? You don't think there was a flood? You don't think that there was giants on this planet, people to build these pyramids? Because no human can lift up those slabs. No crane in the modern day era can lift up those slabs that built the pyramids. Not possible. Anything is possible with Yah. There are things that Yah is going to show us if you live right that we can't even fathom, man. There's so many things that he's going to show us. This is just one of those things that to me that is not so miraculous. I mean, it's, you know, genetically it seems impossible, fleshly, but the Most High said, hey, it's two more groups of people, you know. You know, Lot and his two daughters made the Moabites and the Ammonites. You know, when you start out with Ham, Shem, and Japheth, and their wives, which they still had, I think, messed up genetics in them. That's why they were still giants afterward. You know, they had messed up genetics, man. So something was wrong with his wives, because I don't think any of, you know, except Canaan, maybe, yeah, except Canaan. Something was wrong with that cat, man, because, well, something was wrong with Ham, because, you know, he slept with his own doggone mother. Something was wrong with him. But anything is possible with Yah, man. Alright. Verse 24. Verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and called his name Esau. So to me, this is the beginning of white people, man. This is the beginning. Because like I said, everything on the planet beforehand was dark. When he picked up the dust of the ground, started creating humans, they was all color of dirt. They was different shades of brown. And so now we got this different people. And let's continue reading. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him. $60 years old. 60 years old. I think Rebecca had to be about, I forgot how old he was. I think he was 30 or 40 when he met Rebecca. She was only 10 years old. Let me take a look here. Yeah. Let's look at here. Isaac was 40, Rebecca was 10. So it's 30 years apart. So now he's 60. So she's 30. She's 30 years old when she had this kid. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Now, I can kind of see the differences today. You know, when I look at these descriptions, you know, I'm not saying that brothers can't hunt, you know what I'm saying? When I look here in America, man, and all the places where we are dispersed, you know, Africans, they're out there, you know, Hamites, they, you know, they're out there. They're going to hunt. They're going to kill goats and stuff. You know, they're going to do everything. They're out there. But when you look at us in the United States, man, we don't do all that stuff. I mean, you see like Bo Jackson, you know, doing all that outdoorsman stuff. But for the most part, man, who do you know go out there as cunning hunters? Love going hunting for deer and wild game and boars and, you know, bears, and make all these video games about hunting and stuff like that. Being a cunning hunter and the thrill of wanting to catch stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who does that? Come on, man. Don't be dumb. You know. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Now Jake, He is just a playing guy, man. And what most brothers that for the most part, yeah, they want to be successful for the most part, man. You see brothers just hanging with their family, having a barbecue, chilling in the crib, because the original plan for life, man, was for us to be in Eden, to be in paradise. I mean, we ain't lazy. I mean, we'll work. We're going to work, but, if it came down to it, man, we really don't want to work. I mean, we want to work all their life, but we got to, because that was one of the curses that was put on him for what Adam and Eve did. But for the most part, man, brothers, man, they just want to chill out, hang out, man, and just enjoy life, not having to worry about world domination and stuff. Now, you got some wicked brothers out there who are, they mind corrupted, is paper chasing and worried about the worldly things of this world, and spiritually, man, they're not there. But for the most part, Jake, man, he's just like chilling out. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Now, see, all the way back then, people had favorites, man. People had favorite sons. So Isaac loved Esau because this dude could hunt, and he made good deer, and to get to this man's belly. Isaac loved this guy, man, because, man, that dude, he could fix something, man. But Rebekah loved Jacob. As a mom, she had these two things. She can already start seeing stuff like, man, there's something wrong with this dude, man. And Rebekah loved Jacob. His sister, she loved Jacob. And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. Now his name turns into Edom. Why? Why did the description have it as red pottage? Why did they put red pottage? I mean, it could have been any pottage, but why red pottage? My thing is that this food was raw. It was still raw. It wasn't even finished cooking yet. And just like today, they like to eat their food bloody, red, and it's just something that's in their spirit, man. It's just stuff that they like to do. So he had this red pottage, and Esau's faint. And when we read in Jasher, you're gonna see why he came in faint and tired. Something happened out there in the field, and you're gonna see why he came to Jake all tired and stuff, and deranged. So let's see what happens. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. All right, so Jacob, remember, Jacob's the younger one, Esau is the elder, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And we're going to see why he was at the point to die when we read Jasher. And what profit shall this birthright be to me? Do to me. Now see, when I see, I like to categorize people, but people that's like in a hurry and, rude and, just, I don't care, whatever. And I kind of see it the way that the world is run right now, man. Just give me what I want. Just give me. I don't care what happens along the way. Just give it to me. If I ruin the world, if I want to maximize my profit, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to maximize it, man. I don't care. Along the way, if a problem arises, let it arise. Just rude and just brash, man. These are the characteristics of this guy Esau, also called Edom. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me? Didn't give a damn about his birthright. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore to him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob legally. He swore it. You're only good as your word, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to see later on how Esau is going to try to manipulate things to where he can still get inheritance and things like that, but can't go back on your word, man. This guy, the father of Caucasians, I would say, because this is the description right here that's given to him. They're giving all kinds of descriptions about this guy. Nowhere else so far have we had a description of a people. All right, this gives a description of people and their characteristics. Not even the Ammonites or the Moabites had a description written about them when they were born. This gives a description about who they are. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Esau didn't give a damn about his birthright. He just wanted to get done what he had to get done, and that was it. And so goes the spirit of Esau today, or I should say Edom, who later becomes Idumeans. And the Bible clearly states Idumeans. It clearly states Rome. I mean, the Bible can't be much clearer. This is the true word of the Most High. This is the true word of Yah. And he's giving you description all the way back in the Genesis of who these people are. Most High said, you'll know them by their seed. Now, I don't like to categorize people. You know, I do things by your character, but this is a nation. And when you read in the Bible, it said this nation would be on top at the end. So we see that the elder, who was Esau, will have to serve the younger Jacob further on down, and that's what's going to happen. Because right now, the older has everything together, has this world under his hand. He's the God of this world. But when things get to it, things get the way that they're supposed to be, then Esau will serve Jacob, man. This is your boy, Yah's Chosen One. Hope you enjoyed that lesson. Jasher's going to go in a little bit more depth with it, so catch me on the next video. Jasher chapter, I think it's 25 to 26 or something like that, but it's really important of who I think the white man is and how they got to be. You know, growing up, man, you know, I was in some towns, my parents were military, I was in some towns where, you know, I was like, man, you know, how black people got to be, but, you know, now, because, you know, I was always a minority, now I got to be like, man, how did y'all get to be? How do white people get to be? And now I think I know, man. Now I think I know. I always knew that they came from the Caucasus Mountains, you know, and all that stuff, but now I think I know a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? All right, catch me on the next video, and hope you enjoy. This your boy, Yah's Chosen One. Deuces.